How's it going, guys? My name is Alex.
Good evening, good afternoon.
And welcome to an update video. I'm gonna be talking about eFootball. I'm going to be talking about a new exchange system that looks like this in a Chinese version of eFootball. And of course about the Ronaldinho's new scam, apparently, allegedly, coin. Because it looks like everyone who wanted and who knew who were on it bought at the start. And now it is slowly about to be plateau and will die very soon. Well, we'll come back to that maybe in the future videos, but it's really sad to see your idol just like indulging into resorting to like all of these activities, which is kind of shady. Obviously, it's not Ronaldinho writing all these messages to you. It's just a shame to see the downfall of our hero like this. But yeah, speaking about the cards, there are so many new cards that Konami has been dropping lately, and some of them are a little bit underwhelming. So if you're new to the game, I think that there's a little bit of confusion, and I obviously thought that is going to be a pack available for coins, but Konami didn't disappoint. They delivered this for coins, not for eliminating contact, and I would say that even eliminating contact would be too much for most of these cards. The stats of this Kvara and Marmoush, and I'm gonna be giving you the builds right now in a second, very underwhelming, because like I remember like a year ago, the cards in pack like that would have like 90 in all respective stats, important stats, and now Kvara, for instance, with this build you don't really get much. You get basically like 83 finishing with all the like blue area stats, and that's what I get with Mudryk, for instance, which was like a up and coming, like a legend, like a, not legend of course yet, up and coming like a star, young star player. And this is Kvara, like a player who plays for the most exciting team this season. And Marmoush as well, similar to Kvara, like I made a build with 90 finishing, but his balance is only 83. And his passing is non-existent, so I obviously can redistribute the stats, but I'm just saying that these are not the cards that you probably would want to get. Renate Vegas, an Anchorman, doesn't get 90 in all defensive stats with this build, and you can't even get better. And for instance, there's Chalobah, actually a decent defender if not for the jump, so he can jump, and we've seen that with Saliba. Lately Saliba is just losing headers to dwarves, and just because he doesn't have a jump, at least an 85. We have Furuhashi, who has been firing up for Celtic. Now he moved to Stade Reims, and this is the best I can do. This is not even a usable card. Daniel Malen as well. So these are the builds, best I could do if you really are tempted. And the worst part about this pack is that they are not giving us a free try. Last time there was a pack like that, was like a summer transfers, and we had a free try and many people pulled Mbappe, and Mbappe is pretty usable in that pack, and I was kind of tempted. Other players were kind of mediocre as well, but at least Mbappe was worth it. Over here I would say the best player in this pack is Walker, because he can get his jump and physical contact in 85 plus numbers, his defensive awareness is decent, and of course his speed and acceleration are exceptional. So as a defensive fullback, I think this is the best player in this pack, but many people would be skipping, and that's what I would recommend you probably. It is skip for me as well. For the legends, actually a pretty decent pack if you are after better defenders. I'll give you a few builds on these. I think that you can go with Paolo Maldini to get his defensive engagement, most defensive stats in 9900. His speed is still 91, 80 acceleration, pretty decent. I have something similar with my Cannavaro. I have double boosted Cannavaro. Was very lucky to pull him a few months ago on my console account, pretty much for 300 coins. So yeah, this is a very decent numbers. The shutdown booster is here. For Lilian Thuram, I have a different Thuram card, and he's just a machine. He's tackling everything. And yeah, I mean, this is a better version of Thuram. I will definitely not be going for this because mine is pretty similar. The thing is, like, my Thuram is so good that I even distributed some points to like his dribbling, dexterity. As a defensive fullback, you don't really need that many points in defending maybe, but or jump and physical contact. But I just decided to go all in so that you can equally play him as a center back, which many people are gonna be doing that. And finally, Xabi Alonso. This is the build for Xabi. I think this is a good anchor striker. I think it's the best version of his card, low-key. And I gave him ball carrying booster with this. So yeah, let's talk about... and by the way, there are no free tries. If I go to my inbox, there's of course my penalty, daily penalty. I'm going to be scoring that. But if I go to my inbox, there is nothing from Konami saying that, oh, you get a free try or something. So you get nothing. I mean, that's a shame. But it's so good. So yeah, let's take a look at this post by Monk Senpai 8 on Discord 2 days ago. And shout out to Rockchuck, who posted a video about that as well, so you can check him out. But this is obviously something that has been rumored for a while, and some of the features in Chinese game are not necessarily being imported to our game, like even mobile, be it mobile or console, European version or general version, global version. Why? Because we've seen like a year ago there was like a very fun concept with like designing and creating like iridescent holo kind of like effect, like a special skin on your players about a year ago. And there were like levels to the players that you had. You could have applied that to your like carry over iconic moment cards, you know, from past game, and it looked very nice, very visual. But it never came to our global version. Like, will the exchange feature come? I think people are actually demanding that, and as you can see, you can exchange for Marquinhos, and it could be like a squad building challenge as well. So exchange happens the following way: you need to build a team, like for instance of Ligue 1 players, and then you collect, like you reach a certain strengths or something, and then you get a card in return. So if this actually is going to be happening, like if you have a lot of GPs and you're not really after GPs, what I would suggest you to do is probably maybe not like sell your duplicate players, or like you get a player D card you don't really fancy, don't really sell that card. You never know, maybe it will be required for you to build a squad build challenge like that, maybe in eFootball 2026. This is another video from eFootball__PES account where they're saying that in Chinese version there is no gambling first and foremost, so I think there is no such thing as like buying items, or like it's kind of like limited. So because like the Chinese government is clamping down on like in-game gambling transactions type of a thing. But they are still kind of like, they should be monetizing their game. What's the point of having that in China? I don't know. But the idea is that you are selecting the player card of your choice. So you're not going, it's not a random, and you're not getting it at random. You just want that card and you approve, and you get a card of your choice from player pack, which is an interesting concept, of course. And yeah, if we speak about other news, this is something that has been introduced into like the game development code, and we've seen that possibility of that I was talking about in one of my previous videos. And Konami will follow suit to the special mobile. I don't know about console, but on mobile, AFC, what they're doing with their mobile game, they allow you to watch an ad for like 30 seconds and you get some kind of items in return, and Konami will probably try to copy that model as well in their game. And it looks like you're gonna be getting some nice rewards, like it's random rewards, but for 50 coins, chance deal type of a thing. I mean, many people will be watching these ads, and Konami may find another source of revenue for their game, which is good for them, I guess. It's kind of fair as well, like you willing to waste your time or like clicking on links or whatnot, and Konami gives you some free items, and many people will be there. I mean, I don't know about me, maybe I will try it once, see how it goes. If I'm getting 50 coins, I don't know, man. Like for my free-to-play team, it's kind of useful because I want to get coins with all the possible like legal ways, like by, I don't know, completing the events, claiming it from free login campaigns, I don't know. But this is an interesting concept that they may introduce in the next major update. So yeah, these are pretty much the news. Ronaldinho, I'm disappointed. Although like low-key, man, it's not drugged yet. Like it's been a day. It's very rare in this coins type of thing. And so yeah, these are the players. There are some campaigns with Chinese clubs. Not necessarily something that you might be interested in. My other Maldini, by the way, is very solid. Like he's a destroyer. I don't really rate that playstyle on Maldini. I would rather him, Maldini, to be a defensive fullback. So many people were after defensive fullbacks or like defensive players in particular. So this is probably the back for you. Hope you enjoyed this update video, and no sense. Peace.